we've had a look and it seems that that age bracket isn't converting. And they're like, yeah, they never do. I mean, we don't even like those leads. I'm not sure why you send them to us. And we're just like, what? Why have we never heard this before? Hey, it's Dan Wardrope here from Flexxable. I hope you're well. I was on my call this morning, my normal weekly call with Flexxable Paper Lead Blueprint members, people that have bought into my program. And one of the questions from the guys in the meeting was, you know, how do I know what a good percentage is for closed conversions for my client? So let's say you generate 100 leads for your client. How many is your client expecting to close, and what's the norm? And my answer was that it very much does depend on what what the vertical is, which offer you're running, how good the client is at closing, what your funnel looks like and how it can performs, if there's pin verification, if you've got a good thank you page, if you write engaging copy that gets people excited. There's just so many variables to that answer. But one thing that I kind of said is that you definitely need to be speaking to your client as much as you can and working on that relationship, because here's something that not many people do. Right, so let's say your client is getting 100 leads and they're converting at 10%, okay, and you get access to their CRM and you have a look, you have a deep dive into the data, or you have a chat to them and you find out that out of those 10 people, it could be that they're males over the age of 25. Okay, it could be 8 out of the 10. And that could be for 1 week. And then you're like, hang on, maybe there's some trends here. And then you look back over the last kind of 6 months to see how things are going. And what you might find is that there's just segments of the data that just don't convert, and they never will. And it's funny because even the client doesn't get this sometimes, because this has happened to me before where the 18 to 25-year-old demographic wasn't working. I picked up the phone and said to the client, listen, we've had a look and it seems that age bracket isn't converting. And they're like, yeah, they never do. I mean, we don't even like those leads. I'm not sure why you send them to us. And we're just like, what? Why have we never heard this before? And then we switched, it could be that 40% of the leads are coming from that demographic. And we're like, oh my goodness. There's such a huge opportunity here to get better. So what we did then was we cut out the 18 to 25 demographic and started not selling leads, selling those leads to someone else. And it just, pretty much doubled the conversion rate for the client that's taking our leads, and they're exceptionally happy. So it's not just about your ads, your copy, your creative, your funnel. It's sometimes about what's happening in the client's. Well, I would say the biggest thing that moves the needle is what's happening on the client side and what's happening on the conversion side of things. And a lot of us marketers forget to pick up the phone and talk to people about this. Okay, so if that makes sense, I've put together a new guide. It's called How to Escape Client Penitentiary, and it's aimed at agency owners that are really struggling to escape the retainer hell, basically doing everything for everyone, being a master of none, not having boundaries with their clients, over-reliance on one big whale that's bringing in most of their sales, all that type of stuff that we're all too familiar with. It's called Escape the Client Penitentiary. It's brand new, and if you click the link below, I can send it to you in Messenger for free. You're going to really enjoy it, so please do watch it. I hope that makes sense. Take care.